Yeah, the 5G network. So, you've got that shooting, the latest shooting in America. A bloke who's driving his car and he's over the limit and he don't want to be arrested for it. You know, that's a sentiment I can get on board with. Make a mistake. Oh, I don't want to have to pay for it. Right. A few twists and turns aside, he grabs one of guns of one of the officers, and he grabs a taser, from one of the officers, and then, it's an escalation of force. The officers turn up at the scene, this bloke's unarmed, okay, that's alright, because we've got tasers and handguns. Tasers less lethal, not less than lethal, less lethal. You can still kill somebody with a taser. If they're stood on top of a wall, you zap them, they fall off the wall and crack their head. They're as dead as if you shot them in the face with a gun. So, it's less lethal. That's a really important distinction people need to keep a hold of. Anyhow, so they're at this meeting. They go find this bloke he's fallen asleep. He's at a drive-through apparently, and he'd fallen asleep in his car. So the people at the drive-through restaurant phone the police. Excuse me, he's not the police. We've got a gentleman here. We've got a customer here, and he's asleep in his car. Can you come and help us? We suspect he might be drunk. Anyway, apparently the police arrive. They speak to him, or they wait, and they get him to drive to a different part of get him to drive out of the way so he's not holding up the line of drive-through customers, and then they engage him in what are you doing, sir? We believe you're drunk, sir. 1, 2, 3, blah blah blah, and it all goes to the dogs really, and this bloke ends up getting shot. Here in the UK, he runs off. It doesn't matter because you can't hide in the UK. This is the point. Police aren't the beat bobbies aren't armed here in the UK. We've got armed response units who are armed to the teeth. They're driving around with assault rifles. Those men and women. When they turn up, it's going south really quickly. But, they've got, I think it's G36, H&K G36 assault rifles. Here in West Yorkshire, that's what they carry. 5.56. Good for 300 metres, yeah. 300 metres is a long way, long way away. If that scenario had played out here in the UK, he'd have run off and whatever. We know where he is, we know where he lives, we know where he's going, we know where we can find him. Can't drive a car anymore because we're just going to, put a prohibition on his licence. It's ridiculous. Because you get stopped for drink driving in the UK and you refuse to do a breath test. That in itself's an offence. That in itself carries a ban, I think. Or points at least points on your licence. Get enough points, you've no licence. They've got the ANPR network. You can't drive a car around in the UK without being picked up on the ANPR network. There you go,